Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays announced that she's investigating comments made by former President Trump at a rally in Glendale last night. Democracy advocates call it the latest example of dangerous rhetoric against Americans. 12 News journalist Joe Dana spoke to supporters who were there and say they don't take those comments literally, but researchers say they should.
Look, she's a deranged person.
Referring to one-time Congresswoman Liz Cheney, former President Donald Trump Thursday night used violent imagery while criticizing Cheney's support of past wars.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
On Friday, Gabby Giffords, who was shot while serving as a congresswoman, condemned Trump's comments as dangerous. Cheney tweeted, "This is how dictators destroy free nations. They threaten those who speak against them with death."
This is not democratic behavior.
Many pro-democracy groups say Trump's history of demeaning and dehumanizing language is not taken seriously enough. John Carlson runs Recovering Truth at ASU, dedicated to promoting democracy.
So there are certain principles about what democracy looks like, and we can distinguish them by saying, well, this is what democracy looks like, this is what authoritarianism looks like.
Carlson is also concerned about Trump's continued false claims of election fraud, which he again repeated several times Thursday night.
You know, we found a lot of bad votes.
That fundamentally is an attack against practices that make us a democracy.
And there are Trump's recent comments about using the military against American protesters, calling them enemies within.
As soon as I said an enemy from within, they said, oh, he's saying an enemy from within. These are sick puppies.
Part of the authoritarian approach is to designate an enemy, and to do that along racial lines or even ideological lines is a fundamentally un-American approach.
Are you being an alarmist?
I don't think so.
What makes you confident?
My knowledge of history and my knowledge of how presidents speak and how they act.
And to me, Trump's like a real old school American, right to the point.
Trump supporters I spoke with at Thursday night's event don't take all of his rhetoric literally.
And nobody wants a dictatorship, and that's what the mainstream media has been harping about. Oh, he's gonna take over. We're all going to prison camps. I don't think so.
They view Biden as being the authoritarian, not Trump.
He would transform it back to what we always loved and trusted.
But even several of Trump's own former advisors have changed their minds. Last month, his highest-ranking former military advisor, Mark Milley, called Trump the most dangerous person to this country. On Thursday, Trump said former military leaders who oppose his reelection are just not credible.
You know, they're stupid people, some of these people.
A candidate who breaks so many norms continues to prompt worry among those who insist they are obligated to speak out. Meanwhile, county election officials are renewing pleas for candidates to only spread correct information about the elections. Joe Dana, 12 News.